For over 50 years, television has touched our lives. We've laughed, we've cried, lived and learned, been amused and amazed. And since the beginning, NBC has proudly been part of it all. When we rose to new heights,
one small step for man,
or sank to new lows. When the world watched,
my fellow Americans,
we watched NBC.
eyes have seen the glory.
NBC 17 is proud as a peacock to be part of that rich history.
And hello, I'm Donna Gregory.
and I'm Byron Day. Thanks for being with us.
Proud to bring you quality news, sports, and entertainment broadcasting.
Dateline is about to accompany Emma.
Proud to be a part of these communities we all call home. For decades, the world has turned to NBC for great TV.
Brought to you in living color.
Today, you can find it on NBC 17. Proud as a peacock.
Get connected to MSNBC, your link to local, national, and international news on the World Wide Web. Just type www.nbc17.com. You're watching NBC 17. This is NBC 17, the one to watch. Now, NBC 17 News at 11.
I'm Melanie Alnwick, live in Wilson with a new twist in a local teen's murder.
Big Tobacco settles with 46 states. We'll show you what that means for you and your family.
Also, there's a holiday present waiting for you from oil companies. You'll be paying less at the pumps. Hi again, everybody. I'm Byron Day.
And I'm Donna Gregory. Thanks for joining us tonight at 11. Tonight, police released new information about the young man accused of gunning down another teenager yesterday afternoon. Authorities tell NBC 17 this isn't the first time the suspect has had a brush with the law. With the very latest, NBC 17's Melanie Alnwick joins us live from the Wilson Police Department. Melanie?
Donna, detectives tell me that Cox was already out on bond for shooting another man in March, though they say that shooting was in self-defense. Even so, they're digging a little deeper into Cox's background because they think he could be connected to a rash of local robberies in the area over the last 3 weeks. We have also learned that police are questioning another teen as a possible accomplice in the murder of 15-year-old Arteris Daniels. Shock quickly turns to tears as family and friends realize the second man being questioned was grieving with them in the Daniels home last night.
Sitting right beside me. Patricia's son. He was so weak.
As the investigation goes into its second day, detectives tell NBC 17 they don't have enough information to charge the second man as an accomplice, but they can't rule him out either. The prime suspect, 17-year-old Kenneth Cox, remains in custody for the murder of 15-year-old Arteris Daniels.
They had just gotten off the school bus coming in from school, him and a couple of his friends, so we've been told. And the boy was waiting in the pathway behind the bushes, waiting for him.
Arteris, by all accounts, was a young man with promise. Numerous sports trophies and medals are now a painful reminder of what will never be.
He had potential of being anything he wanted to be if he'd have had the chance to.
Cards from schoolmates bring some comfort. It helps to know that Arteris was loved. But still, no words can fill the aching void left by the loss of this bright young man, and perhaps the loss of innocence, too. Now, funeral arrangements are still being made for Arteris Daniels. Tonight, Kenneth Cox is in the county jail without bond. He's scheduled to make another court appearance on December 7th. For now, live from Wilson, I'm Melanie Alnwick, NBC 17 News at 11.
Melanie, thank you for that report.
On Monday, tobacco companies will sign off on a deal paying billions of dollars to 46 states. It's the largest civil suit settlement ever in U.S. history. Big Tobacco will give states $206 billion over 25 years. Those states claim they've had to foot the bill for sick smokers. They also must change tobacco ads to make them less appealing to children. No more cigarette billboards or ads on taxis, buses, or subways. And no more hats, T-shirts with cigarette brand names on them. And smokers will help pay for it all. Cigarettes will soon cost 35 cents more a pack. North Carolina will get almost $5 billion from this deal. Attorney General Mike Easley helped put the entire package together.
We want to protect the consumer. We certainly want to protect the children. But at the same time, we want to make sure that we didn't wreck the farmer. and those economic problems that come with the communities that are dependent on tobacco.
For more on the tobacco settlement and Easley's political future, be sure and watch NBC 17's North Carolina Newsmaker with NBC 17's political reporter Nola Woods. North Carolina Newsmaker, Sunday morning at 9. Donna?
Raleigh police tonight need your help to catch an armed bank robber. Officers say this man robbed the BB&T branch on Six Forks Road. Witnesses say he flashed a gun at the teller, then ran away with some money, dropping some along the way. It's the second bank holdup in this part of the city in 2 days. As NBC 17 told you yesterday, police say this man robbed the Wachovia on Falls of the Noose Road in North Raleigh. If you have information on either of the robberies, call Raleigh Crime Stoppers. There's the number, area code 919-834-HELP. That's 834-4357.
And you know, Donna, with the holidays here, you're not the only one shopping. So are the bad guys. The number of robberies and burglaries in the Triangle already on the rise. Robberies in Raleigh already up 18% over the same time last year. Just this week, a Raleigh minister stabbed after surprising 2 burglars in his home. And yesterday in Wendell, a robbery suspect shot after getting caught by a homeowner there.
State troopers are out in force tonight looking for drunk drivers and other traffic lawbreakers. It's the kickoff of North Carolina's annual Booze It and Lose It campaign. State leaders say they're serious about getting drunk drivers off the road.
Thank you very much. Because I want the public to be put on notice that this is going to be widespread and it's going to be deep. And we're going to enforce these laws to the fullest extent possible.
The Highway Patrol now has 2 mobile DWI processing centers to test drivers' blood alcohol content on the scene. Both will be used this weekend and throughout the holiday season. There's some good news if you're hitting the roads this holiday season. The prices at the gas pump will be the lowest you've seen in a long time. In North Carolina, gas is now selling at 1970s prices. Prices are down 17 cents a gallon from last Thanksgiving. Experts say we can thank an unusually warm fall for diminishing the demand for fuel.
Well, Donna, if you're flying and not driving, but you still have to get to the airport, be sure and give yourself some extra time if you're heading out to RDU, especially if you're using Aviation Parkway. DOT is shutting down westbound lanes today, so drivers will now have to use that new extension that runs from near the airport all the way out to the 540 outer loop. Well, today, NBC 17 found some people in the middle of a traffic nightmare.
We have had some citizens that are upset with the new traffic pattern. They see it as an inconvenience. However, it will move traffic better in the future.
Well, DOT officials are hoping all lanes on the new road will be open by Sunday.
Independent counsel Ken Starr tonight is looking for a new ethics advisor. His former advisor Sam Dash quit 1 day after Starr went against Dash's advice and testified in the presidential impeachment hearings. Dash commends Starr for his integrity and professionalism. Starr says no hard feelings.
I love Sam. I respect him. I admire him. I think he's a total man of principle. I have really profited from his judgment. And I think as a matter of principle, this was so important to him that he felt that the right thing to do was to take the action that he has taken.
Starr says by testifying, he was performing his duty and not overstepping his bounds. He was the first witness in the formal impeachment inquiry, which will start again after Thanksgiving break. President Clinton says he hasn't watched the impeachment hearings. He's in South Korea tonight, winding up his Asian tour. He plans to address reports that North Koreans have been producing missiles and nuclear weapons. The North Koreans deny any kind of nuclear activity.
Meanwhile, the First Lady, Hillary Rodham Clinton, is in the Dominican tonight, and the nation's #1 Cub fan is visiting with her favorite Cub player to bring help to the Dominican. Mrs. Clinton announcing the United States giving an additional $14 million for disaster relief. That country slammed hard by Hurricane George. As for Sosa, the newly crowned National League MVP, Mrs. Clinton says she always knew he'd be a star.
I always thought he was the most valuable player in the National League.
By the way, the United States has already pledged more than $35 million in aid to the Dominican. The First Lady heads to Haiti tomorrow. Meanwhile, more troops from Fort Bragg heading to Central America tonight, an area ravaged by another storm, Hurricane Mitch. More than 60 soldiers from the 44th Medical Brigade will help in the efforts there. Mitch tore through the region last month, killing up to 15,000 people, leaving more than 1 million homeless.
Police are still filling out paperwork after a wild high-speed chase that ended in flames on a California freeway. It happened this morning in Los Angeles. Officers chased the red Honda for more than an hour through 3 counties. They finally laid down a spike strip. Well, the car ran right over it, kept going for another 20 minutes, and you just saw there, the drama came to a close. Passenger tumbled out, then a short time later, the driver surrendered with flames shooting from the engine. A truckload of chickens tries to fly the coop, sending feathers floating all over a Delaware road. The truck overturned, spilling 5,000 chickens in all directions. The birds beat it, running under cars, around bushes, into backyards. Neighbors used anything they could find to round up the birds. Tonight, the poultry police say all the birds are accounted for.
Certainly an exciting time. Someone watching tonight could help police solve a murder.
NBC 17's Jim Grimes is live with our Crime Fighters report. Jim?
That's right, I'm Jim Grimes, live at police headquarters. Tonight they're hoping that you can help them solve the murder of a man killed right outside his home. That story's coming up next.
I'm NBC 17 meteorologist Lisa Spencer. A little taste of winter on the way. Well, we'll take a look at that coming up on NBC 17 News at 11.
Go behind the scenes to witness intense family drama.
I didn't cheat on you because I didn't love you.
And unforgettable reunions you won't want to miss. Never before seen paternity video on the next Montel.
Monday at 2, only on NBC 17.
A 2-year-old literally stung to death. His parents waited 7 hours to call 911. They thought prayers would save him. Can parents deny their children medical care because of religion? All new next, Lisa.
Monday at 1, only on NBC 17.
Hello?
Hey, I've got to tell you about this new free party line.
A free party line?
Yeah, I called it last night and met this really...
It's a free call. That's 919-313-3500. For free, I'll try it.
Well, the crime shocked a neighborhood. A man everyone seemed to love gunned down right outside his home.
And tonight, 1 month later, police have yet to find the killer. In tonight's NBC 17's Crime Fighters, cops are asking you for help. NBC 17's Jim Grimes now joins us live from police headquarters in Raleigh with the very latest. Jim.
Well, the victim in this case, Sidney Godfrey, is described as somewhat of a quiet guy, very mild-mannered. He lived alone and worked as a cook. His family, most of them, live in New York and Florida. There was one lady, however, a neighbor, who was very close to Godfrey. Tonight, she, along with the police, are hoping that you can help find Sidney Godfrey's killer.
Can't understand what's going on.
October 17th, 2 a.m. Marva Campbell receives a phone call from her next-door neighbor.
The man next door called and asked if we hear the shots, and we said, yeah, and I said, and it sounded so close.
For Campbell, the shots were much closer than she ever imagined. Sidney Godfrey, the next-door neighbor who she treated like a son, is lying outside another neighbor's door, dead.
He said, I'm pretty sure it's Sidney. And I said, Sidney shot somebody? And he said, no, I think it's Sidney who's dead. I said, oh, no, it can't be Sidney.
Her fear was later confirmed.
We got a 911 call concerning a man shot, and he was found lying in the front yard of this residence right over here.
Just 10 feet from his front door, Godfrey died from a gunshot wound. Friend and neighbors had seen him only minutes before. Earlier in the night, Godfrey was at this convenience store where he bought a pack of cigarettes and 2 beers. Then he started walking home. It's just about a mile from here. About 30 minutes later, Godfrey was found outside of his home, shot and killed.
We feel like that there are people who actually may have seen the incident, because this neighborhood is not I mean, there are a lot of people still moving around in the early morning hours on a Friday night.
But so far, no one has come forward, and police are stumped. Here's what they do know. Robbery may have been a motive, and that the shooting happened around 2 a.m. outside Godfrey's home on 200 State Street.
Hadn't found anybody who we can identify as an eyewitness yet, but we feel like there is somebody out there, and we just need to make contact with them and get them to tell us what they may have seen or heard.
If you have any information, the Raleigh police are asking that you call Crime Stoppers. The number there on your screen, it's 834-HELP. That's 834-HELP. A reward has been posted for anyone who has information that could lead to the conviction of Godfrey's killer. Reporting live in downtown Raleigh, I'm Jim Grimes, NBC 17 News at 11.
All right, Jim, thanks very much.
A little taste of winter for the weekend. I'm NBC 17 meteorologist Lisa Spencer. A front is passing across our state right now, and with that front we've had a shower or two, but very little precipitation, and the cool air is going to be coming right in behind that, and we'll see that working throughout the overnight hours tonight and really coming into play throughout the weekend, as you're going to see. But here we are. Yeah, that's all that's left of this rain, slowly slipping on by. And look back here, already starting to clear out some across the foothills, so we can expect that throughout the evening hours tonight. And once you get the clouds out of here, those temperatures are going to continue to drop, particularly with this northwest wind that is howling in some spots tonight. Well, here's the Doppler radar indicating some of those showers as they continue to move right on through the area. So a little bit of light rain. Weather watcher Bob Woodson from northwest Wake County called and reported just a little bit of trace precipitation at this point. No official reading from out at the airport. 57 is the latest temperature from Bob at the Falls Lake area. 57 in RDU to 59 in Irwin, 62 for Fayetteville. It is 64 degrees in Goldsboro and 54 right now in Danville. Well, to go with that 57 out at the airport, cloudy skies, the dew point at 48, humidity is at 72%, and the winds are out of the northwest at 8 miles per hour. They were gusty last hour, so we are looking at the front just making it through our area with the wind starting to change direction. 72 degrees was our high today, believe it or not. Just enough sunshine peering up through today with that southerly flow to get that mercury well up there to near 70 degrees, with 56 for the very warm low this morning. Now compare that to normal, yeah, well above what we usually expect for this time of year, being 61 and 79 degrees, or I should say 39. We were close to 78, which is the record for this date of the year. Here's what it looks like, though, when you pull out and you notice the highs here in the 70s. But look back over our shoulder. Up here in Lexington, Kentucky, only 47 degrees today. Well, this is the front right through here, at least was early this afternoon. Now that front's pushing a little bit farther to the east. But this afternoon it was right here. Now, as it sweeps by us tomorrow, we will be under some modified air that's going to be coming from the Midwest. So instead of the 40s for us tomorrow, it will be cooling down to the mid-50s for tomorrow. So quite a change coming up for us. So here's that front. The showers are rolling out of here now. So as it makes its way on by us, clear conditions by tomorrow morning. A lot of sunshine coming into play for the Raleigh Christmas Parade, but a chilly day as well. So our forecast, a shower or two still left as that front exits tonight. Otherwise, clearing skies, and we'll see the temperatures drop back down into the 40s and stopping around 42 degrees tomorrow with sunshine and a mild start to the day. Winds northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And then here you go with a much cooler day than usual. 55 to 57 degrees tomorrow. Sunny and breezy. Winds northwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour. And then the weekend outlook for the mountains, windy with sunshine on Sunday, and it's going to be cool there as well. Those overnight lows will get you near 20 degrees and even cooler than that in the higher elevations. There's the beach forecast. Some clouds, sunshine, highs near 60. And right here at home, we'll see sunshine galore on Sunday, a high of 57 degrees. It's the overnight lows, though, that I want you to notice. We are talking about a hard freeze for Sunday and also Monday. Chilly, chilly stuff. We will be getting out the woolens.
The muglucks. That's what we're going to be getting out.
If you haven't found them by now, it's time to start digging in, right? All right, Lisa, thanks. Well, it is now officially our favorite part of Friday night.
NBC 17 proudly presents Bobby Estill and Touchdown 17. Bob.
Your favorite part? I thought we had something else going on. No, coming up, it's week number 2 of the high school football playoff season. I put that remote control down because Touchdown 17 is up next with one of the great high school games of the year.
If you see news happening, call our toll-free breaking news hotline at 1-888-TIP-NBC-17 or on your mobile dial star NBC.
Animation is taking over.
It's not just for kids.
This weekend on Access Hollywood, see why Hollywood's biggest stars are rushing to the casting call. Plus, meet the man responsible for putting colorful characters on primetime TV.
Tomorrow at 7 on NBC 17.
Welcome to Touchdown 17, your high school football report. It's the biggest game of the year so far. Number 1 Garner is playing New Bern, a team Garner beat just 7-6 back in September. Here's NBC 17's Darren Triplett.
The rematch between Garner and New Bern was even better than the first game. The Trojans take a 10-0 lead in the second quarter. Wide receiver Derek Williams takes the handoff on the reverse and barely gets in the end zone. The Bears come right back. Quarterback Mike Nisley throws deep to Willie Strayhorn, and Strayhorn takes it all the way, a 69-yard touchdown that cut Garner's lead to 3. With 2 minutes to go in the fourth quarter and the game tied at 10, Garner running back Elliott London takes the handoff and scores the game-winning touchdown. The Trojans win a thriller 17-10 over New Bern.
Michael Evans, he laid a good block. They blitzed, and there was no safety there. I just had to take it to the house.
The win keeps Garner's unbeaten season alive and moves them one step closer to winning a state championship. In Garner, Darren Triplett, touchdown 17.
Thank you, Darren. We head down to Fayetteville. Douglas Byrd is playing Jacksonville, and Byrd coach Bob Paroli said they had a bad week of practice. Couldn't tell tonight. Number 33, Terrell Middleton, scores. Eagles up 28-0. The final, Byrd beats Jacksonville 35-14. In Cumberland County, 71st is playing at Southview. Huge crowd, so large they had to put bleachers around the field. Third quarter, Tony Hawkins pulls 71st within 1, 14-13 with that score, but Southview blocked the extra point. Fourth quarter, Clifton Colvin, he forces the fumble. Greg Reed recovers. The final, Southview a winner, 21-13. They'll travel to Garner next week. All right, a couple of scores. They're not a lot tonight because this is the playoffs. Oxford Webb beats Clayton 38-10. Clinton over Holmes 45-0. And the last score, Bunn beats Union 34-19. It's the Battle of North Raleigh, backyard neighbors. Sanderson is at Millbrook. Here's NBC 17's Mike Fuller.
Unfortunately, it was one of those games. Too bad someone has to lose. North Raleigh rivalry renewed as Millbrook took on Sanderson. It was at Millbrook, so it must have been mom's cooking. The Wildcats were never in trouble. Number 12, Ken Spruill, faked out 12 guys, 11 Spartans, and one superb camera person. Millbrook led 24-zip. Speaking of 24, number 24, Everett Smalls, as usual, was huge. The Wildcats keep the championship drive alive as they beat Sanderson 38-8.
We knew that they were a good football team, but this is a special group. You know, we've had some great teams come through here, some great teams, and you can just feel a special something about this team.
Millbrook plus 30, 38-8 over Sanderson. In Raleigh, yeah! Mike Fuller for NBC's touchdown 17.
All right, and with that, you've seen every score in the viewing area. We put a wrap on this week's edition of Touchdown 17. Coming up, the rest of the night in sports, including one Tar Heel basketball player who can't play for the next 13 games. Back in a jiffy.
NBC 17 is proud to present the Triangle Festival of Trees, December 10th through the 13th at the North Carolina State Fairgrounds. This holiday extravaganza features beautifully decorated trees and wreaths, festive entertainment, a holiday gift shop, and, of course, Santa Claus. There's plenty of fun for the whole family at the North Carolina State Fairgrounds, December 10th through the 13th. The Triangle Festival of Trees, presented by NBC 17.
Looking for a peach? Could happen to you.
NBC 17 News is closed captioned in real time to better serve the hearing impaired.
All right, Hurricanes going for their first official sellout while playing here in North Carolina. No word yet on what it was. It was close. It looked close, I'm telling you. That was Ron Hextall in goal. Flyers from Philadelphia in dark on the power play. Second period, Daniel McGillis from the blue line rifles one past Arturs Urbe in goal, 1-0 Philly. Watch this save. Marty Jelena. He'll shoot it. Oh, no, save by Ron Hextall. He was hot tonight, Hextall was. He's been around a long time. Back in the 80s, man. I remember watching him play. Flyers score again. Peter Savoda shoots and scores the final 3-1. The Flyers beat the Canes 3-1. It's the first round of the Harvest Classic tonight at NC Central basketball tournament. There's new St. Aug's head coach Thomas Hargrove replaces legendary Norvell Lee. Albany State playing St. Aug's, Julian Pitt. Falcons all over it. The Drive, Marty Dickerson, and St. Aug's beats Albany State 87-78. In game 2 tonight, it's NC Central playing Georgia College. DJ Ward of Central got it. Tough night, though, for the Eagles. Central had their moments, Brett Harper, but Central loses to Georgia College 91-77. Speaking of NC Central, the school fired head football coach Larry Little today. The NFL Hall of Famer had just 3 winning seasons in 6 years. The Eagles went 4-6 this year, and Little was criticized throughout most of the season by fans and angry alumni. Little says he probably won't return to coaching.
Certainly, it's never anything that's easy when you want to take programs in a different direction, but Coach certainly is a professional, and he's done a great job, so we appreciate that.
Tough decision for NC Central today. Larry Little was an extremely popular coach, but the fact is his teams did not win enough games, and Central had to make that tough decision. The Carolina basketball team will be without forward Vasko Evtimov for the next 13 games. Evtimov has been suspended by the NCAA because he was involved with trying out for the French national team last year in his off-season from Carolina. The 13-game suspension matches the number of games he played while trying to make the French team, so that's their reasoning. ACC women's soccer, Carolina, a winner over William and Mary 3-0. So the Heels, Lady Heels, 23-0,
yeah,
and still cruising.
And that was at Chapel Hill tonight.
That was at Chapel Hill tonight over at Fetzer
Winning
Field.
in front of the home crowd.
Nothing like it.
Shutout.
Bobby, thanks very much.
You bet.
Very special award for NBC 17's weather team.
We will have the details and show you the award when NBC 17 News at 11 returns.
The Ally McBeal secret and how far some fans will go. Plus, Hollywood's $1 million bachelor pads, sexy lingerie, and real-life firemen in a steamy underwear ad on ET.
Monday at 7 on NBC 17.
Presenting Songs for Life.
Sing your praise to the Lord. Come on, everybody. We will abandon it.
Training manuals may as well be written in Greek. I now can use my computer thanks to Video Professor. Call the 800 number for your free computer learning CD-ROM or video. You really have nothing to lose. Video Professor makes computer learning simple, fast, and it's free. Why are you waiting? Go ahead, give them a call.
Get connected to MSNBC, your link to local, national, and international news on the World Wide Web. Just type www.nbc17.com. Listen for Lisa Spencer's forecast weekday mornings on Sunny 93.9.
Before we say goodbye at 11 tonight, we're going to pat ourselves on the back a little bit. Big honor for the NBC 17 weather team.
That's right. The weather team has been recognized for trying to reduce ozone levels in our area. The Triangle Air Quality Coalition hosted an end of the ozone season banquet this afternoon at the Embassy Suites in Cary. NBC 17's
Lisa Spencer.
Lisa Spencer was there to accept our award for our weather team's efforts to educate people about the effects of ozone. And we have that award right here. Lisa, tell us, what was it like when you won? Did you cry?
No, did you get cash?
It's a big honor. I don't mean to make light of it.
Yeah.
We're jealous, absolutely.
This is the first year that they did this awareness program, so it was a good start. And
Sure.
we'll, of course, start it again next year when it gets hot out there.
Oh, boy.
Well, we don't have to worry about that this weekend.
No. Front coming through. We can see a few little raindrops right there on the radar with the front. And I tell you, they're going to clear out of here tonight. About 42 degrees. It's going to be a chilly day tomorrow and a cold couple of nights ahead after tonight.
So everybody wants to know, what are you wearing on the parade float tomorrow, so we know how to dress ourselves. So do tell.
A sweater, a coat on top, so I can, take off some of those layers as it warms up.
Smart.
Did you get that?
Good thinking.
A sweatshirt.
Okay.
Got it. That's going to do it for NBC 17 News at 11. Thanks for being here, Chris.
The Tonight Show with Jay Leno. Straight ahead, Jay's guest, John Glenn, and the Discovery crew, including Commander Curtis Brown from North Carolina. See you Monday.
NBC All Night. Now a special episode of The Tonight Show.
From the NBC studios in Burbank, The Tonight Show with Jerry Leno, featuring Kevin Eubanks and The Tonight Show Band, and me, I'm Ed Hall. Tonight, Jay